What's going on, everyone? This is Brian Downard, your host, and this is Laptop Empires, the show that teaches you how to build and grow a business from anywhere in the world. We're here at episode number 14, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to get clients, local clients specifically for your marketing business or your consulting firm via Facebook outreach. So totally free, no ads. We're going to be using Facebook to identify the people you want to work with, simply sending them a message, getting them on the phone, and then closing the deal. I literally just used this strategy in the last week to get a $1,500 a month retainer, literally closed that deal faster than I had in my life, straight up off of Facebook. Now there's some nuances in here that I'm going to teach you, so let's dive right into it, all right? So step number one is you need to identify who you actually want to work with. Now, if you're just messaging random people here and there, you're probably not going to get much success, but if you focus on a specific niche that you can help, or that you at least have proof of a service that you're providing actually works for that niche and you can show them, that's going to be a lot easier for you to close the deal once they actually reply to your message. So pick who you actually want to target. So step number two is you're going to make a list. Now I used Google Sheets, and it was literally just the names of the businesses and then the link to their Facebook pages. And I also put in, I think, the number of followers they had too. But I only selected the businesses that I thought I could help. So those were the ones who were posting regularly to their Facebook page but weren't getting much success. So I only picked those, and the ones who either weren't posting at all or didn't care, or the ones who were posting and were having some success, I put them on the list, but I made notes to make sure that I followed up with them or messaged them differently than I did the other people who I actually wanted to work with. So step number three is now to send a simple, friendly message and to lead with something interesting or helpful to them instead of telling them all about yourself and what you can offer them. Make it all about them. Now here, I'm going to give you the exact message and script that I used when I got these leads and especially this new client on the phone. Here's what I said. Hi there, my name is Brian Downard. I work with O.W. Lee and a number of their top retailers. Now, O.W. Lee is a client of mine, and they have retailers, so I use that little name drop right there. And in an effort to support more O.W. Lee retailers, I was looking at some of their Facebook pages, and yours caught my eye. I know you're busy, but even though you've made some great progress with your page, there are still a couple of issues I noticed which are likely keeping you from attracting more local customers. If you're interested, I'm happy to share my notes with you. Just reply back with a simple yes, and I'll get the info right over to you. So again, super friendly, not being pushy, just saying, hey, you're doing a great job, but there were a couple of things I noticed that you could be doing a little bit better. I'd love to share that with you so I can support your business like I am supporting other businesses like yours already. Now don't worry if you're not already supporting or working with businesses like theirs. I use that name drop just to help me get the foot in the door. Now, you might not have that, but you can start off with something like, hey, I'm another local business owner, or something that breaks the ice and isn't so, hey, I want to sell you something. So now what you can do, what I like to do is I follow up. I give people about a week or two to get back to me, and if they don't, I respond with a simple, hey, hope you're having a great week. Just wanted to check back and see what you thought about my suggestion. So really simple, and this is actually a great way to get people who were interested, maybe they just got distracted, to get them back on the line. I've got a couple of great leads who have gotten back to me just because of that one message. So make sure you guys are following up and not just sending the single message. Now it's important to note, I only send about 20 to 25 of the same messages in any one given day. Now, I've heard of other people getting banned on Facebook because they reach out to so many people with the same message over and over again. Now, you want to be careful, and so what I like to do is just schedule time on your calendar every single day. So you're, maybe 15, 20, 30 minutes a day. We're just going to do this. You're going to send 20 to 25 messages to the list of businesses you already have. That way you're consistently doing it, so people are getting messages and you're hopefully getting some feedback. And then also you're not going to get banned from Facebook by sending so many messages and spamming people all at one time. All right, so spread that out. All right, so step Number 4 is to respond to their message. So assuming you got their attention by saying, hey, there were some things that you could be doing to your page to make improvements, now you've got them on the line, now you've got to deliver the goods and give them some ideas. So here's a script that I use. Now it could be different for you based on the niche and services you're providing, but it worked really great for me to get the person on a call to help them start taking the next steps. So here's what I said. Great, thanks for getting back to me. First of all, I like that you're posting promotions and events, but I'm sure you've noticed that these posts don't get a lot of engagement. For better or worse, Facebook is a pay-to-play platform, meaning you've got to invest a little bit into it. You can start small, like $5 to $10 per day, but what I suggest to my client is to split that between brand awareness, to get more local awareness and page fans, and promotional ads to that growing fan list to promote your sales promotions and events to get people in the door. And then in the second message, I say, I've actually got a case study specific to your industry that you can check out here. And I provided a link. Now, what this does is this is pre-framing them to see me as the expert before we ever get on the phone call. Now, I'm leading with value and education by giving them suggestions, ideas, telling them what they could and should be doing on their page, and then even taking it a step further by giving them a case study that if they really wanted to, they could just take it and run with it. But I'm banking on the fact that they're too busy to even worry about it, and they just want someone else to do it for them so they can run their business. So I'm leading with value, pre-framing them to see me as the expert by providing case studies and proof, and then following up with good, solid advice that they can use and actually get some value out of before they ever speak with you or meet you in person. So that's the message that I send. And now what you want to do next, this one's really simple. We're getting towards the end of this. Now you just want to schedule a phone call. Now I use an app called Calendly. We've talked about this in previous episodes, but it's a really nice tool because you can just send people a link and they can pick time based on your schedule. So you don't have to go back and forward what time works for you, and that can get annoying with people. So just get them onto a phone call or a meeting, and then go, when you meet them face to face, ideally they should already want the service and already want what you have because you pre-framed them, you showed them what results they can expect. So this video isn't about how to close a deal in the meeting. We can get into those details a little bit later. These are just the steps leading up to actually getting that lead from Facebook and getting the lead in a meeting or a phone call. So of course you want to close the deal. We'll get into details in another video about this, but it's really simple. You just want to make them an offer that they can't refuse, and a really great way to do that is to tell them that your pricing is typically one thing, but because they're a new client in this area or this niche or whatever that special circumstance might be, you're going to give it to them at this price. Now again, it's helpful if you have your pricing on your website because that gives you some negotiation. I have my pricing listed at a certain point, so when I go into meetings, I can actually say, hey, I'm going to charge you just a little bit less than the pricing that's already on my website. People feel like they get a great deal because it's already written in concrete on my website versus me just going in and say, well, I typically do this, but for you, I'm going to do this. So again, pre-framing and price anchoring are great ways to start to set expectations. Then when you go meet someone, make them feel like it's a no-brainer to work with you. And of course, the last thing you want to do is clearly lay out expectations and the next steps, so when you've got them in the phone call or the meeting, they know what they have to do next to become a client before you move on and possibly go work with one of their competitors. So I hope this advice has helped you. It's been really useful for me and my business to attract new leads for free, literally just with Facebook messaging. So go ahead and use this, and if you find some success, I want to encourage you to share that below in the comments and let me know. Otherwise, share this video if you found it useful and subscribe to my channel. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next episode. And again, I am Brian Downard, and this has been Laptop Empires episode number 14.